Welcome back, guys, to the official brand new series of TV Choice Review. Let's go. So the front cover says Lisa's back. But what's her dark secret? Also on the cover it says Toya in danger for Coronation Street, Danny Dyer in Heat, BBC Proms, Joe Waltz. So this is the 8th to the 14th of January. As usual, there's no really booklets and all. Don't really care about that, do we? We're not really here for booklets. So, EastEnders. Keanu's world is turned upside down when Lisa returns to the square with her daughter Peggy demanding cash. Right. Right. So EastEnders starts. Money talks. Lisa is back in the square, and it's not long before she's ruffling a few feathers. Lisa demands money from Keanu and clashes with Phil. There's another blast from the past for the residents of Walford this week as Lisa Fowler returns to the square with little Peggy in tow. Flat broke, she wants Keanu to pay for what he did to Louise, but she's hiding. She's also hiding a secret, and it's not long before the worst possible person gets suspicious. As Lisa reunites with Sonia, and oblivious Sharon is excited when Keanu offers to book the wedding venue of her dreams. She transfers the money for her deposit, but everything changes when her fiancé discovers that his daughter is in town. However, his hopes of a happy reunion are jeopardized as Lisa sets out her financial gain. Financial demands, and desperate, he asks Reese now how he can get money out of Taylor's Autos pronto. Sharon is unimpressed to learn what Keanu is up to, and after she makes her feelings clear, he becomes hurt and angry and accuses her of not trusting him. She begs him to understand that she needs to protect her interests, but he doesn't want to know and announces that he'll get a hold of the cash his own way. Meanwhile, Phil is less than happy to see Lisa and sure she's up to no good. He vows to find out exactly what it is. Rattled by his attitude, she bites back, and soon the former couple are embroiled in a huge row. As Lisa flunches out, Kat advises Phil to call the police, but is Peggy really in danger from his troubled ex? The dating game. Theo is smitten with Stacey, but her interests lie elsewhere. Suspecting Stacey has a soft spot for Theo, Jean turns her hand to a little matchmaking this week, and soon the pair have arranged a tentative date. Despite her misgivings, after Martin makes it clear he disapproves of her plans, Stacey decides to go along just to hit back at him. So she heads out to meet the teacher at Wolford East, but after struggling to feel a connection with Theo, Stacey decides not to repeat the experience. However, Eve mistakenly thinks she is smitten and invites him to be her +1 at Kathy's wedding. Horrified, Stacey explains there wasn't a spark with Theo and she's actually having a saucy dreams about Martin. Her confession sets her pal to thinking if there could be a future of the formal couple, but will Theo take rejection lying down? Of course, Theo is going to be a villain for sure. Is Bobby able to get an invite to the stag do? Plus, Kathy enlists Bobby as her spy in the Camp at Rocky stag night, but her husband-to-be finds himself in over his head, putting his future happiness on the line. Kim is released from prison, but despite her attempts to put on a brave face, she suffers a panic attack when she returns to work at the Alvar. So that is EastEnders. Now we have Coronation Street. Toya's Terror. Spider's past returns to haunt him with horrifying consequences for his nearest and dearest. Toya confronts Spider, then meets his wife. With Griff still out for blood, Spider knows that he's a sitting target for a racist gang, so he attends a meeting with his superintendent, and he learns a new undercover position has come up, which would mean moving away with a new identity. He realises this could be the only chance to keep himself and his family safe. Mulling over the proposition, Spider puts out a few feelers but fails to cover his tracks. So when Toya later finds bank statements proving he's nowhere near as poor as he's been making out, her paranoia goes into overdrive. Logging onto his laptop, she discovers that her boyfriend has also been emailing his ex and searching for houses to purchase near her. Confronted, Spider explains that he's only been trying to accelerate his divorce, then stuns Toya by producing an engagement ring and asking her to marry him. As she reels from this bombshell, he receives a sinister message and leaves to keep Arizindas with his mystery enemy, but no one turns up. Instead, a stranger arrives at his flat and informs Tori that she is Spider's wife. Leaving them to it, Leon heads out and bumps into Spider. And that's when they realise the woman is an imposter. After a panic call to warn Toya that she could be in danger, they head back home and burst in to find signs of a struggle, blood on the floor, and both Toya and Sam missing. Are they at the mercy of Griff's evil henchmen? Plus, Sarah is examined at the hospital. When he learns one of the brothers Damon was involved with has been arrested for murder, Adam fears for his love rival is the victim, and his anxiety mounts. Zara begins bleeding, unsure she's losing the baby. They're rushed to hospital for a scan, but it's later in court the pressure causes her husband to have a panic attack. All these flipping panic attacks. And Emmerdale, baby blues. Feeling pushed out of the family by Dawn's pregnancy, little Clementine does a vanishing act. Dawn and Billy's baby's news upsets Clem. After the shock of finding out she's expecting again, Dawn and Billy are getting used to the idea of another addition to the family. And this week they head to the hospital for a scan. The couple are emotional when they see their baby for the first time, and back home they plan to give Clemmy an extra special birthday before telling her that she's going to have a new sibling. However, the girl is subdued, and Dawn and Billy realise she's badly missing her birth mother. As they reassure her that reassure her how much she's loved, the party is interrupted by Nicky's arrival with a birthday card, and stunned that he could show his face after everything he did. Gabby orders him to leave, exposing Dawn's pregnancy to the children in the process. Chaos ensues as Clemmy, sure that a new baby will mean she's forced out of the family, goes into a meltdown and slams the dinging stool into Dawn's stomach. As his wife collapses, a horrified Billy insists on whisking her back to hospital while Clemmy, filled with guilt and fear, makes a hasty exit. With the adults all preoccupied, the distracted youngster creeps out of the back door and into the night. Will Clemmy be found and are gone and her unborn baby okay? Plus, there's more bad news for Dan. After the police inform him that they found nothing to suggest Loyal had broken any laws, Dan is charged with GPH, and after drowning in his sorrows, he blames Amelia's social media activity for his plight. Despite his friend's bid to cheer him up with a surprise cricket match, Dan feels even more wrenched by when Lloyd's wife Julie arrives. What does she want with him? Ooh. Monday, 10th of July, EastEnders. Lisa Fowler is back in Bedford with little Peggy in tow, and it's not long before she has a run-in with Phil. Meanwhile, Kim struggles to hide her anxiety after she's stomach. Tuesday, Keanu's delight at being reunited with his daughter is short-lived when Lisa sets out her financial demands, but just why she's so strapped for cash and can she help? Wednesday, Eve invites Theo to Stacey's date at Kathy's wedding, but her friend insists there's no spark between them. In fact, she's got eyes on someone else entirely. Thursday, it's the night of the stag and hen parties, and the boys are soon embroiled in a high-stakes poker game. Elsewhere, the consequences of Keanu's actions are felt across the square. Spoiler for next week. Wedding fever hits Watford as Kathy and Rocky prepare to tie the knot, but with one guest facing a romantic dilemma and another caught in a web of lies, will things go to lies? Go to plan. Monday in Coronation Street, after Beth reveals she was the one who reported her, Gemma comes clean to the social worker as she's not a registered childminder. Is she in big trouble? Wednesday, increasingly... Sorry about that. Adam heads to court, but as he makes his client's case, he starts to sweat, shake and lose focus in the grip of a full-blown panic attack. He flees. Friday, while Spider keeps a deadly reticence, a stranger arrives at his flat claiming to be his wife, and when he gets home, Toya and Sam have vanished. Spoiler, as his evil plans start to unravel, one local man decides to take his nearest and dearest on a trip to the Peak District. But will they get there, or are the events about to overtake him? Monday on Emmerdale, Hot in General becomes the focus of the highest of the action as Dan ignores Amelia's warning to avoid Lloyd, and Dan and baby Billy attend her first scam. Despite her promise to give Kayla a chance, Charlie soon tires of her completely and decides she'll have to let her go. Who will give the well-being lass her marching orders? Wednesday, Clemmy goes into meltdown when she learns that Dawn is pregnant, and in distress she slams a stool in her stepmom's stomach. Will the baby be okay? Kane and Paddy, Thursday. Kane and Paddy organise an impromptu cricket match to try and cheer Dan up, but later in the Woodpack he's left feeling more wrenched than ever when Lloyd's wife makes an entrance. Friday, the police arrive in the village to inform Mary that Faye has been arrested and charged, but her relief turns to despair when she learns that she's denied everything. Spoiler, a face from the past returns to cause more trouble for one villager when another makes a surprising offer, one that puts the cat among the pigeons with the rest of the family. This week in 2010, having rekindled her relationship with Pastor Lucas Fang, Denise was horrified to learn that he was a serial killer. So yeah, that was way back in 2010, 13 years ago today. Guys, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. This has been week 1.